Hello and welcome back everyone to the Shiny Club. Today I have the update for the Create Branding project. This will be the last discussion hopefully for this project. It's not yet complete, but it's almost on the way. So the goal here is to get the information from the user in terms of the company branding in that the user can provide in terms of the screenshots of any branding guidelines that the company has, like colors, typography, and so on, and then provide that to an LLM. In this case, I'm using the Gemini Gemini uh, model, Google Flash 2.0 model, which is going to take in those information and also information in the system prompt about brand YAML, and then create the brand YAML file for the user. So that's the main goal. For example, if I browse and take these three screenshots for Walmart, it has color palettes, it has the font information and the logo. This, by the way, is actually coming from the um, information from the brand YAML website where these screenshots are. And then in the chat, you can write a full sentence, or you can just say with a single word the brand for which you need the brand YAML file. So we have those screenshots and some instructions, and then we send that to the LLM, and the LLM would respond with a brand YAML file. So you could get the file here, and if you don't like something in the file, you can ask the LLM to modify it further. You can copy this, or you can further edit the file uh, here. So right now the interface is quite ugly because I'm trying to add more features here. But essentially you can see that with the Shiny Ace package, I'm using the Ace editor here, which basically copies this file, this last response from the LLM, and it copies it into the card here. And then we have all the relevant information, and you can check the relevant screenshots that you upload to see if the LLM has correctly used the color palette and the logo information and the font information. So the more information you provide through the screenshots and with your instructions, written instructions, the better. And once everything is provided in here, let's say I don't want the line height of 1.4, I just delete this information. Now I have everything. And then clicking the create functions updates currently only this card below, which is going to uh, try to create a function that will generate this brand YAML file that was just generated for you in any project directory, because that is the main goal of using the brand YAML file. Once you have a brand YAML file, you can put it in any project directory which is related to Shiny or Quarto, and then you can use that brand YAML file. It will be directly used if you are using the plain Shiny. If you're using a package like Golem, you can put this in inst folder, and then you can refer to it in the brand equals to argument inside the bs underscore theme function. But if you have just a plain Shiny, you don't even have to do that. All you need to do is just say bs underscore theme, and it will directly use the brand YAML file. So once that is obtained, and if this is all you need with this app, you can just copy this and then put this in your relevant directory. But what I'm trying to do further is to use a function that will put this file for you uh, in any folder, and as well extract color information from the brand YAML file. and then create scales and possibly theme for ggplot2. So here I am showing you the first part that is going to take that brand YAML content and then create a function called brand YAML content, which essentially contains that as a string. And then based on that, you have the use brand YAML function, which will use the current directory, and then it will create a new file called underscore brand.yaml, and then save the brand YAML content, which is defined above, uh, as that file, and then provide a message that it is saved in this location. So wherever you run this function, with the specification of the directory path, it will essentially copy all of this and save it to a file called as underscore brand.yaml. This is what you need. So you can use this in a package that may reflect your company or company branding and any other package where it is relevant. And then use brand YAML function can be used to copy the file. So the next step for me is to create the scales and themes based on the brand YAML. It would look something similar to this example package, brand Star Wars. I previously created this function called save brand YAML file, which is essentially use brand YAML. And then for ggplot2, there are scales for color and fill and the theme. In this example, this is what the theme and scales look like. So essentially, the goal is to extract the color information and then provide that information to the scales function. So we can take a look at that inside the R folder. We go to the scales. Here you see that within the scale color Star Wars, I'm using a function called as extract brand colors and naming it as brand info. And essentially, this contains color palettes for sequential, qualitative, categorical colors. And so using this if else statement, I am creating a palette that would generate, that would get the relevant palette colors. And then we use those colors for discrete or for continuous scales. So this needs more work. This was my first pass, so I'm going to do more work on that to create a relatively better scale function for ggplot2 based on the extracted primary, secondary, tertiary, and other types of colors from the brand YAML file. So this is all powered by the Elmer package, which lets you chat with the LLM model and do more. The Shiny Chat package is another one, which enables basically using Elmer and doing the chat with the LLM. And these are the main two packages that I've used here, and Shiny is package for generating this type of output instead of a text input or verbatim text output. So I guess this is everything for today, and I'll see you in the next one.